A lesser-known film in Jean-Claude Van Damme's filmography, Double Impact, contains a rematch of the greatest fight in his entire career. Over the course of his time in the entertainment industry, Jean-Claude Van Damme has been a part of several great martial arts sequences, with the most memorable of them all being the finale of Bloodsport. At the end of Bloodsport, Van Damme's Frank Dux faced off against Chong Li in a battle to become the winner of the underground martial arts tournament known as the Kumite. After being thrust into stardom by his role as Frank Dux in Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme starred in a string of action films, one of which being a movie called Double Impact. Released in 1991, Double Impact was a rather ordinary martial arts movie, one that invoked a common genre trope in which the star plays dual roles. The central premise of Double Impact sees Van Damme play twin brothers initially unaware of each other's existence. But though the story itself may not be unique, it stands out regardless, if for no other reason than the involvement of Bolo Yeung. In Double Impact, Jean-Claude Van Damme's two characters, Chad and Alex, had to contend with a vicious gang led by Alan Scarf's Nigel Griffith. One of Griffith's top henchmen was Moon, played by Bolo Yeung. Yeung should be a familiar face to Van Damme fans, considering that it was he who played Chong Li, the main antagonist of Bloodsport and Frank Dux's final opponent in the Kumite. Bloodsport is one of two martial arts classics to feature Bolo Yeung. The other is Enter the Dragon, where the actor, then known as Yang Si, played one of the main villain's underlings. In fact, it was his Enter the Dragon character, Bolo, that inspired his screen name. In Double Impact, Van Damme's Chad takes an early beating from Moon before getting a chance to fight him one-on-one during the film's climax. What ensues is a nearly 5-minute battle where Van Damme and Yeung's characters fight it out aboard a ship. The setting differs considerably from that of Bloodsport's martial arts tournament, and the battle isn't as long either, with their original fight running close to 9 minutes long. Yet, it still contains all the hallmarks of Bloodsport's iconic battle, one that makes it appropriately reminiscent of Van Damme's best fight scene. One of the ways it does this is by highlighting Moon's evil glee as he inflicts pain on Van Damme's character. Not only that, but it also features a moment where Van Damme does the splits mid-air, just as he does during the fight with Chong Li. Adding to the connections is the fact that Van Damme starts the fight blinded by darkness. In Bloodsport, Chong Li's effort to blind Van Damme is what sets up the most intense part of the fight. All things considered, Bolo Yeung is the very best of Jean-Claude Van Damme's on-screen rivals. Given Van Damme's impressive physique and martial arts prowess, it likely isn't easy to craft a villain capable of being more imposing than Van Damme or making the latter feel like an underdog, but Yeung, with his hulking frame, accomplishes this task with relative ease. What's more, Bolo Yeung excels in bringing menace to his movie roles, hence the fact that he typically played villains in his martial arts films. With Bloodsport having so much success with turning Bolo Yeung's Chong Li into one of the most effective martial arts movie antagonists, it's no surprise that Double Impact sought to recreate the magic of his first fight with Van Damme.